Hello there.
I like the applause better. All right. Hello, people. Welcome. Mission accomplished. Number 6. I think it's 6. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, I'm here with Josh.
What's up, guys?
Hey, man. How's it going? He's new to the show.
Just a little bit.
Yep. And returning guest,
Alex.
How's it going, man?
It's going good, man.
All right, cool. So we're going to talk about a bunch of fun stuff today. Movies, politics, video games. All right, most important news at the moment is the new Avengers movie, at least for me.
Oh, my God.
Did you see it?
No, not yet. I'm going tonight.
Man. I went opening night, saw it in 3D.
How was
fucking
it?
dope. You know, I had to see, I wouldn't normally see it in 3D. I'd usually see it just regular because it's better, I feel like. And most people don't like 3D because you gotta wear the glasses and shit. But I was just starting to grow on me. I like the depth of the field, like when you're watching it, and like how everybody looks kind of small and it's like super ultra realistic.
Yeah.
I kind of like it now.
Sucks because it's not true 3D.
Yeah, it's not. Like, well, what would you consider true 3D? Like without glasses?
Well, Avatar was great. I think they used special cameras.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing. I probably just saw Avatar regular.
Avatar 3D was amazing.
Yeah.
It was.
You know what? I think I saw it in 3D at an IMAX, and it was a major difference than what I saw.
Joshua, not to out you, but how old were you when you saw Avatar 3D?
Like 10.
Okay. That's interesting because they're making another one, and you think about how long that it's been.
It came out in 2012, I think. So yeah, I was about 12.
Okay. Yeah, wow, it's a long time ago.
Yeah, it's
Shit.
interesting because they're about to fuck that series up.
You think?
Probably.
All right. You saw Super Troopers too, right?
Yes.
Nah, dude, I like it. You said it was excellent.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
it was just as funny as the original.
So they didn't skip a beat at all, basically. Yeah, but Avengers, fucking phenomenal. Like, knocked it out of the park. Like, so good. And I was thinking about it, you know, that movie, think about how many decades of human development on those characters in that universe, like the Marvel universe. Like, we've done comic books on it, TV shows on it. It's evolved into other movies and then more movies. Now this huge major franchise, millions of dollars, some of the best actors in the world working on it, all coming up to like today. And we have this fucking movie and it just knocks it out of the park. Like, really, I can't. It's great. Like, I like a lot of the superhero movies. Like, some people are pretty critical of other ones. Did you like any of the earlier ones, like Avengers Ultron or?
I liked the first Avengers. The second one was just all right to me.
Okay.
But I do
Do you like superhero movies?
I love superhero movies.
Yeah, right? They're just like feel
Like
good.
the first couple Spider-Mans, the original Spider-Mans were great.
Yeah,
But
I like the
ones-
new one.
The new ones are okay. They're not as
Yeah.
good as the original with the original Peter Parker.
Honestly, and it's like they keep doing reiterations of superheroes. You know, they've redone Superman a bunch of times. Like, I
Yeah.
remember some of the super old ones. They've redone Batman, and that's DC Universe and stuff. That Marvel is like new. I don't think there's
Man of Steel is DC, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's DC.
Yeah. So, yeah, I just think they do a really good job.
Sorry, man. I get confused. See, I like superhero movies, but I don't really. I've never gotten into which one was DC, which was Marvel.
Superman and Batman and like the Flash, they're DC.
DC.
And then X-Men and Iron Man and
Black Widow.
Yeah, Black Widow and stuff like that.
Hulk.
Do they do movies?
Thor is no, they don't.
DC and Marvel never mix.
Yeah, no, they're totally separate. So like,
okay.
you know, Batman is in the Superman world, but they're not in the X-Men or Iron Man world.
Huh.
Yeah.
Not yet, at least. I mean, they might do some.
There's been written crossovers.
I'd probably watch.
Yeah. See, there has been, and like, here's the thing: like, Thanos is the big bad in the newest one, and he's a fucking phenomenal villain, and they do a really good job of
Isn't
fleshing
there
it
like
out.
an Iron? What's his name? Thor guy.
Yeah, Thor's
Thor?
on Marvel. Yeah.
Thor's Marvel, yeah.
Yeah, so Thanos is the big bad in this movie, and they do an amazing job. They give him a lot of screen time, a lot of dialogue, and like, it's weird as the viewer because they conflict you. Like, what he's trying to do is sadistic and crazy, but at the same time it like kind of makes sense, and it like messes with your psyche a little. It's fucking really interesting. But like Thanos isn't the only big bad in the Marvel universe. Like there's also Galactus, which is arguably stronger. So like there's way more room for this whole franchise to keep going.
I've seen video games, which is DC versus Marvel.
Right. There's crossovers in video games.
So that's why I'm thinking they must be working on.
Well, there's comics
movie.
written of crossovers too, but like
really?
to do movie rights like that for a multi-million-dollar project would
That
be
would be-
incredibly difficult to get the people to sign the papers, basically, because you're talking about like the rights to your
Yeah.
universe. You know what I mean? It's nuts. And now, so let's talk about the news. Korea is now no longer in war with each other, which is
Yeah.
pretty cool.
It was interesting because
Are we
they've
still at
been
war with
hitting
North
each
Korea?
other.
No, we're not actually. Yeah, and like there was actual war, like the demilitarized zone, like like they were fucking hated each other, and now all of a sudden, boop, gone. Like just okay, we'll fix that. That's really relieving, I think.
Yeah, I think we should credit Dennis Rodman.
I think so too. I really do.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, I think he was a major part of it. No, I mean it's kind of, I feel like this is a signal of the end of, you know, all like regular style
Do you think
wars.
he's trying to play whatever his name, Kim Jong Un?
Do I think it's a ruse
Yeah.
so that he could build up power?
Because Hitler did that. He did that.
I know it is. It's like many leaders have done that throughout history. Like they feign one way and go another way.
Yeah.
That's a really classic move, actually. But I don't know. It's really difficult because I think that what he was doing, he couldn't sustain in the modern age. So I don't think that it's a ruse just because technologically, I don't know if he could pull it off. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, I don't think he's smart enough.
Also,
Yeah.
North Korea doesn't have the funding to pull it off.
yeah, like they were backed into a corner, man.
They have
like,
no resources, no money.
yeah.
And you know when they do their parades with the military parades, I think
Right.
those are balloons. I don't think they're real missiles.
Probably, or maybe just balsa wood, just models.
Yeah, something
Could
like
be.
that. I don't
yeah.
think they're. Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me at all if that was just theater. You know, like that would make sense to me. I'd be like, why would you? Yeah.
I mean, if they don't have the funds to feed their own people, I mean,
Right.
the only fat guy there is Kim Jong Un.
Yeah.
Everybody else is like.
So the right
malnutrition.
is basically saying, "Oh, Trump fixed everything," and the left is like, "Well, they did it on their own."
Well, actually,
Yeah.
all right, I'm gonna give my opinion. I'm a Trump supporter. I do believe he had a big part of it. I don't think he was the only one to be credited. I think South Korean President Moon had something to do with it as well.
Yeah.
And maybe, you know,
It's enough, and it's like enough already. You know, like it's got to be the general
it
thing.
just, you know, personally, I don't care who gets credit
yeah.
because as long as North Korea is willing to at least, you know, stop with their games and threatening everybody.
One less thing to worry
Yeah,
about.
it's one less thing
Yeah.
to worry about. We got too much crap going on in the world. We don't need North Korea.
Yeah, we got too much. Like huge food recalls all over the fucking
Yeah,
United States.
romaine salad.
Yes,
romaine
E.
lettuce.
coli getting worse. All kinds of salmonella in the eggs. There was a huge egg
Oh yeah,
recall
that's right.
recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's all these new documentaries on Netflix about like there's one series called Rotten.
You saw that?
So good, so
Bro.
fucking good. You
Have
know
you
what's weird about those like Netflix is killing it with the documentary series. It's just like fucking nailing it. And Rotten is. Did you watch all the episodes?
I only watched like 2 of them.
It's so
Was
so
that
good.
like Soylent Green?
No. So Rotten is a cool series where they go through different food industries. Like they'll analyze the peanut industry or the honey industry,
alright.
and they'll go really deep into the regulation on it and like what's affecting it on a not only a national scale but an international
watch
scale.
those things because I like a lot of those foods and come on, man.
No, it's good though. Some of
make
the
me not
stuff is
wanna
just
eat
really revealing about how we deal with it as a society.
Yeah.
And it's like fascinating how we regulate like the farming and production of things and how, you know, you can like global warming and stuff like that is a whole separate issue, but like farming correctly and not doing huge monocrops and stuff like that, like that's just a logistics thing. You know, like we have X amount of people to feed, like we can't necessarily feed everyone the same thing because we can't support that farm structure. And like these documentary series are really like nailing that
Do
whole
they talk about Monsanto and all that stuff?
Oh yeah,
they do?
100%. Yeah.
Have you ever seen the documentary Super Size Me?
Yes.
Bro, that was wild.
I know. That was one of the first documentaries. I watched that when it came out in
Is that the
school,
one
actually.
that ate all those Big Macs?
Yeah,
for, like,
30 days,
30
all
days?
McDonald's.
Supersized Big
yeah,
Mac.
It's a very classic food documentary.
And
One
what
of the first,
happened-
most popular ones.
Did he get fat or what?
Oh, he got
got
really
huge.
unhealthy.
Really?
Yeah. Not only huge, but like internal liver,
Oh,
internal
shit.
organ problems and stuff like that. Like it really fucked him up. It was no good. However, McDonald's is the best restaurant in the world.
You know, I heard. You know what? I heard.
I like their French fries.
the French.
Well,
fries
they
are
serve the
best.
most people, they make the most money, and they have the most locations, and they're the most successful
You know who's
food
supposed to
purveyor.
be taking over their success?
What?
Chick-fil-A.
Really?
Yeah, I heard on the news that Chick-fil-A is going to be within 5-10 years. They're going to be just as big or bigger than and
I'd like to see
profitable.
that. It's been a long time since there's been a
I can-
contender on the field.
You could probably Google it and you'll see the story. I think
There's an old movie called Demolition Man that's fucking awesome with
Demolition
Sylvester Stallone and
Oh, I see that
Wesley
where he's
Snipes.
driving around.
Yeah, and in the movie, like it's set in the future, right? And in the future, apparently, Taco Bell had won the food beverage wars, so every restaurant is branded Taco Bell, even like the really fancy ones. Such a good movie. I fucking
Is
love
that
that.
really the one where they have to run over people and the more people they run over, they get points? If it's a woman, they get a
No,
pound.
that's a different movie.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
no,
Have you ever
Demolition.
seen that one?
No, Demolition Man. They get cryogenically frozen, and then they get transported in the future. It's great. It's from the early '90s. You're way too young
Yeah,
for that.
I've never seen it.
Yeah. All right. Oh, Kanye and Trump.
Kanye
Oh, yeah.
and Trump. I
Fuck
saw that
yeah.
on Instagram.
So good. What's your opinion on Kanye? He's like your generation's.
He's like
deal.
our generation's. You know,
Like, I'm a Jay-Z generation.
You're
You're
Jay-Z.
right behind me. Like, and like Kanye is like Jay-Z's little brother. Like I watched Jay-Z's interview
I'm a
on
Run DMC generation.
yeah, okay, yeah, you're one, and then you're a step back from that, basically. So, like, as a superstar rap idol to your generation, what does he mean to you?
I mean, he really blew up when he said he was going to run for president in 2020.
Right.
So now everyone thinks he's some type of god. And now that he's in the more like the fashion now, more than the music,
Yeah.
I think he's really like been.
What do you think of his shoes, by the way?
His shoes? Which ones?
I don't, I'm not that big a sneakerhead, but I know it's a
His-
huge fucking thing. I sell shoes online right now, actually. And I sell a lot of stuff online. For
Do
my company.
Jordans still sell?
Yeah,
Jordans
very
are
much.
huge
yeah,
right
and
now.
I actually got a really nice pair of LeBron James shoes like the other day, and they were fucking cool as hell. I was thinking about buying them myself, but I haven't seen too many of Kanye's shoes. But I'm wondering, like, because I know they're ultra expensive and
Yeezys?
super fucking rare.
The Yeezys are about $1,200 for a pair of shoes.
Holy shit!
And you have to, they take 6 months to get to your door.
Wow. Damn. Okay.
Because you had to they cut.
So he has cornered like an ultra luxury market.
Yeah,
That's
like
fucking
they
smart.
take specific
Kill a
measurements of your
child?
feet.
Whoa.
They directly fit your feet.
That's cool.
He sends you a mold in the mail and you put your foot into it.
No way.
And yeah.
That's awesome. What were
It's-
you saying, Ryan?
So does he actually kill a child to make?
Yeah.
You know, Iron Maiden has their own shoes also.
Oh, cool.
You ever seen them? They have Eddie as on their. They look like sort of Converse.
Oh,
type,
okay.
And they have different
Yeah.
Eddies on.
Oh,
That's
all
pretty
right.
cool.
I've seen Rihanna's shoes. Rihanna partnered up with Puma and put out
Yeah.
some crazy female shoes. Fucking nuts.
Puma-
That's a brand
Yeah.
I haven't heard in a long time.
Puma
Yeah.
is now like on the climb right now.
Right?
Really?
Isn't Puma and Adidas? They're the ones who are like.
They're about to destroy Nike.
Yeah,
about-
that's
what
what I
about-
heard.
What about
Nike-
Fila?
What?
Fila.
Fita's still behind. Fita's with and
So-
one.
Okay.
That's
That's what
basically-
I wear. I have $15 Walmart and ones.
But Puma and Adidas are competing right now for Nike's position right now because Nike hasn't come out with
okay.
anything like that's nothing new, like
So
nothing
basically,
fresh.
the only
Right.
reason why these old school shoes have come back is because they got these superstars, right?
Well, all right. So the situation with Adidas and what's the other up and coming? Puma is that the Yeezys came out and they were a huge success, essentially. And now Adidas was taking that style to sell more shoes, and it was working.
Mm-hmm.
So like they just took. It wasn't even necessarily that Adidas had a superstar behind them. It's that they are going with the trend of what shoes look like now,
All right, so
and
they
they're
were
more
doing it-
successful.
Better looking
Can
shoes.
someone
Right.
explain Yeezy to me?
Kanye at the end of Kanye is Y-E, Yeezus, Yeezys.
Yeah, well, it's kind of a mashup of his name and Jesus.
Yes.
So it's just
yeah.
Yeezys.
Yeah.
Easy.
Lame.
Listen, man, he's gonna save Chicago.
So they don't. Does Run DMC do anything with Adidas anymore?
No, Run
Did they
DMC
ever?
is
Did
gone.
they ever really? Or?
No. Maybe back in the
Because
day.
they used to wear the
that
shoes,
that
but I
might
don't
have
know if they
been
were
early versions of
sponsored.
marketing for shoe companies is what that's modeled after
Right, okay.
now, essentially, probably.
Yeah, Run DMC is not very popular anymore amongst the newer crowds.
Well, they did have that reality show.
They did, yeah.
They did, but
That's a sign that the reason they have a reality show is because they're not.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Wow, what a trip. I mean, just seems weird how these legends are nobodies now. You
Yeah.
know? It just.
Is
I
it
don't know,
now?
to
Let me
it's
ask you
weird.
something. Do you think people like because Kanye and Trump, is a whole big thing in the media now? Is it true that being more conservative is like cooler?
Actually, no. Well,
No.
it is. It depends on the person. Like, I'm sorry. I know you were
Yeah.
directing to him, but look, I worked in the TV industry before,
Uh-huh.
and then when I started telling people I was a conservative, I started getting shunned out,
Oh, interesting.
and that happens to a lot of people. I'm surprised. Kanye's a big star.
Yeah,
I don't know if.
him going red is a big deal.
Well, I don't know. He's so big that I don't know if even them shunning him is going to even affect
Oh
him.
no, it wouldn't.
I feel like he made a mistake as coming out as a conservative because, like, a
I
lot.
don't think he's a conservative. I just think he
Agreed
likes
with certain
Trump.
things, maybe.
Yeah.
I think he's just defending Trump.
Why do you
and
think
likes
it's a
Trump.
mistake?
Well, like, if you're in school, like, basically, like, when I'm in school and people say they're conservative, no one wants to talk to you.
Really?
They think you're like the devil.
That's
or
what I
something.
wanted to know. Why
Like,
is
it's-
that though?
Well, they think conservatives are like the big bad people. They just want to take your money.
No.
They want to shoot people and.
Do you think it has to do with like a little bit of rebellion? It's because it's weird to like you say stuff like they want to take your money, right?
Yeah.
But the idea of conservatism is less regulation and less people taking your
And less
shit.
taxes.
Whereas like liberalism is more social. You want welfare for people,
they want government
which
money,
requires
right?
you to take money from other people. You know what I mean? So like it's a weird, and I
I mean,
feel
it's-
like in schools they're not teaching this.
No, they're not.
Like
Right.
there's
It's just
no
a bunch
real
of
education on it.
Have you heard of Little Alfie?
Who?
Yeah, have you heard of Baby Alfie?
I've heard it.
In Britain?
Yes, yeah.
All right, so
There's a
bas-
baby in Britain that's about to die.
No,
The
he
parents-
died.
Well, as the story developed, there was a kid who's terminal. They wanted to take him out of the hospital. The hospital was like, "No, we're not letting you
The
take your kid home."
government says it's government.
So they
run
determined where the
healthcare.
kid would die.
Yeah.
So
And-
that's a form of socialism, is what he.
And
yeah.
that's
Well,
something that the left want, and the writers like, well, parents should be involved. It shouldn't have anything to do with
Yeah.
taking over what a parent should do. And
So I wonder
forcing
about the
kids out.
education system.
I feel like it's a bunch of
Information.
misinformation that's being dumped on these kids from the social media,
Yeah.
and when they're forced to speak their ideas, they're just saying a bunch of random shit that doesn't really
Right.
matter.
What's
Yeah.
funny is
irrelevant.
if socialism comes into play or communism, then they're gonna take all your money and then shoot a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Huge news, by the way. Ancient Aliens started its 13th season.
Really?
Yes.
I have
Can
still-
you fucking believe that this show has been on air for 13 years?
Is that guy with the weird hair
yes,
still on it?
Giorgio Tsoukalos.
I still I see it all the time. Still
Dude,
have not watched one season.
I can't even understand like how you could get 13 seasons of content out of the idea that aliens used to visit here or are still. Anyway, I watched the opening season.
Do you believe they do?
The aliens. All right, let me tell you what happened. So I'm perusing my piracy things because I get everything for free all the time, and I see Ancient Aliens pop up with season 3, episode 1. Download it. It's an hour and a half long special, okay, to open season 13, specifically about the UFO conspiracy. And it is phenomenal. Like, they start doing stuff from 2017 and 2018, and they talk about the Pentagon releasing that alien video from a couple months back, and, like, they're just going off on how certain they are that aliens are real. Like, the show has evolved, because I've watched it, like, over the years and stuff. The show has completely evolved from, you know, maybe it's real, like, we have a lot of evidence, and, like, we really think it's real. Now it's just a fervent, like, thing where it's like, this is totally a thing, and the government admitted it, and everyone knows aliens are real right now, and we want more information.
Maybe that's why NASA stopped sending people to the moon.
Could be. Could be
never
any
knew.
reason. And Bezos, recently, the Amazon guy, he's now starting Orbital Blue. So you have SpaceX, NASA, Orbital Blue. You have multiple, and then Bronson, the Virgin Airline guys. Multiple private companies going into space now. Like, multiple reports of weird things being coming from each one of these industries. Like, I started looking into it more and more. There's fucking UFO sightings from top to bottom, citizens who are crazy to old military generals, astronauts, like every fucking walk of life, people are seeing aliens. It's
So
nuts.
the question is, do you believe in aliens?
No, I've never seen any evidence. I just don't see the evidence.
But so you think humanity is the only?
No, I don't think that either. I'm not even really sure this reality is what we think it is.
I don't know.
Have you guys seen?
What about
I'm
you?
looking at like a debunked version of this, but the speed of light is also one of the coordinates to the Pyramid of Giza.
Yes, that's correct.
But they're saying that it's not.
It's not.
I don't know, man.
Do you
I don't know
believe
what to
the world
on
is
the
flat?
internet.
No, definitely not.
Oh my
flat.
god, that was the stupidest argument I've seen on social media. The Earth is flat.
Yeah.
That must have been annoying to
Finally
deal with in
banned.
school setting. Like, just
You know, the
people
best
clearly
one-
being
Like 3 weeks ago,
assholes.
someone goes up to me and goes, "Hey, is the Earth flat or circular?" And I look at him, I'm like, "It's a sphere." And he goes, "No, it's flat." And he pulled up it's like a 28-minute YouTube video. I was like,
Oh
I'm
my
not
God,
watching
I don't
all
have
this.
time for this.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
People really
No,
believe
it is
that, though.
not a sphere. It is an
An oval.
oblate spheroid.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Oblate spheroid.
The details aren't
Wait,
important.
who even asked you?
Listen, audio engineer, you don't know. We only deal with facts here.
All I do back here is Google things.
Oh, can you Google this new fucking thing? The Chinese make cell phones, Huawei's, okay? They make some of the like best cell phones in the world, like $2,000 cell phones, 40 megapixel, like auto adjust aperture phones, like fucking sick phones. And the US government, I'm pretty sure, is trying to ban them. And this isn't really a story that I could look up specifically. It's actually one that I'm investigating myself because I sell like Chinese electronics at my job all the time, like off brands, like stuff that you would only get overseas, but are equivalent to like brands that we have here. Like there's this whole brand of Bluetooth headphones that are very similar to Beats headphones.
There's also these,
What
which
though?
are really interesting. They're like mini iPhones.
Yes, the knockoff mini iPhones and stuff. Anyway, China makes these fucking great phones called Huawei's, and the Department of Defense said that there was a bug in the system that was supposed to be spyware, like real spyware, not like old school spyware. So the government is basically telling United States citizens, hey, don't buy these Chinese phones. They're fucked up and they spy on you. And then we had a whole bunch of tech people look into it and basically determine that that's bullshit. So there's like a concerted effort to stop us from getting like these nice phones.
'Cause the government doesn't
Because
like
it messes
competition.
with Apple and Samsung's thing. Like basically there's only two main phone companies in our country right now. And like it goes back to monopolization, corporatization of things, like how we only have two choices. It's red versus blue, or Coke versus Pepsi, or Samsung versus iPhone. And it's like weird that we're constantly met with resistance to like introducing a third party into our systems.
Well, that's basically like what I just said. You know, the government, everybody knows that these phones are easily.
Oh, right?
You know,
like
that's
that's
just-
and it's
how do you
crazy
spell
that
that?
the Department of Defense used that as a fucking reason. It's like, wait a second.
'Cause they wanna blame
how
everybody
many
else.
NSA revelations have we had in just the past year alone? And you're worried about China? Go fuck yourself.
Yeah,
Like China doesn't
right.
give a shit what you're doing.
How do you spell these phones?
Oh, HUAWEI.
Do the people in China use these?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they're
How
very
to use that?
prolific. Yeah, and you can get them here, but you have to get them special ordered.
See, because when I think communism in China,
Right.
I think
No, it's
like
different now. It's not
old
totally
school.
like that. Yeah,
It's
they changed it up.
Yeah, it's more. Ever since Hong
What they
Kong-
have is capitalistic communism.
Right, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Ever since Hong Kong was given back to the Chinese, China seemed to become more capitalistic in a sense in the economy.
Yeah, no, you're right. Same thing with Korea.
Wait a minute, Apple. What have you done?
What happened?
Apple like basically copied these guys' like design for their phone.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, like this isn't like one specific story. Like, there's like I think there's a conspiracy going on to stop fucking
Well, yeah.
Weiwei. Look how fucking cool those look.
Yeah, it
Bro, I
looks
want
like
one of
a
those.
iPhone 10.
Yeah, exactly.
But you know, they said,
Dude, they're really, really nice phones. Like super fast, like
How can I get one of
unbelievable
those?
picture quality. You
hey,
gotta order
you'll
them
probably
on-
get you one.
Yeah, I could probably find you
They
one.
look pretty thin too.
Yeah. Oh no, they're
No,
legit.
It looks like an iPhone 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at the charging
right
port.
Yeah.
Like I
didn't
have
know that.
Weiwei high books,
Oh,
like a Weiwei
is
tablets.
this thin enough?
Yeah, you know, it's nice. What is that?
I have no idea. Samsung.
Oh yeah. See, I don't like Samsung.
No?
Seriously looks like a 10 though.
Yeah, it does.
I mean,
Like
I
exactly
have one.
like it, but it's got a button,
That's it. Yeah, that's
which
the only difference.
is honestly better. I would like to have the button on the 10. That's why I don't have a 10.
I just got an iPad
Uh-huh.
and I have an iPhone 10 and I kind of like the button on my iPad
Right?
just in case I need it.
Yeah. It sucked that they took the button away.
Or
I
it
thought
would
that
have
was
been nice
bullshit.
if they put like the fingerprint thing on the back of the phone.
Yeah, and I want to be clear here. I first heard about this cell phone thing on the latest episode of the Joe Rogan podcast with Abby Martin, which was phenomenal, by the way. So I started looking into it more too because they mentioned it on the show, and there's definitely some shit going on there. Like,
Yeah, well, look-
like commerce between countries is fucked right now.
Yeah, well, just another example is the U.S. is saying, well, you know, China's stealing our IPs, intellectual property, but it's actually, I think it's probably the other way around.
It's definitely a combination of both. And as a lifelong internet pirate, I think intellectual property rights is bullshit. Like, if you fucking invent something and then somebody else copies it and makes money off it, hey, that's capitalism, man. You make something more unique. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like,
Well, the thing-
I just have this thing that I think everybody should have access to the fruits of all human knowledge. You know what I
If you-
mean? Like,
if you invent something and you don't want it reverse engineered, don't
make
sell
it better. Yeah, like, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? Like, that's
gonna
just...
be reverse engineered.
Yeah.
Period.
It's like you can't uninvent the gun, so you're stuck with them. So you might as well just, you know, make them better. Fuck it, everyone should have
Yeah.
one.
I want fucking.
Let's go the
laser
opposite
rifles.
direction.
We
Would
got
you-
2 minutes left, by the way.
Okay.
Already? That was quick.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just saw Altered Carbon, by the way.
How
The first
fucking
5
cool is that
episodes.
show?
I haven't finished it yet, so no spoilers.
Okay.
But like, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, wild show. Highly recommend that show. And it goes along with the themes of a lot of really good shows lately with transferring consciousness and stuff like that, and you know, moving from different bodies and the immortality of your soul and stuff. Really great show.
Westworld season 2.
I did not like Westworld. I wasn't
What?
a big fan.
Get the fuck out. Get out.
I don't know, man. It didn't capture me. The concept wasn't enough for me. The baseline of it. But
I'm muting you.
all right, well that's it for
Really
today's
don't.
show. Clearly, I don't deserve the rest of the show because I don't like Westwood, according to our audio guy.
I've never even heard
It's
that
okay.
shit.
All right, but anyway, thanks guys for
Thank you.
hanging out and talking with me. See you later.